Hi there. My name is Kelly Maxwell, and I want to thank you for inviting me to talk about Tom's Walk. Tom's Walk is about my son Tom. The walk that we do is a memorial mental health walk. We hold it every year on the last Sunday of May in the town of Devon. It's called Memorial because Tom passed away in 2018 when he was just 23 years old. Just like Terry Fox, who passed away when he was 22, Tom was a very special individual. Now, when I think about Terry Fox, I remember that he passed away from a physical health condition called cancer, and Tom passed away from a mental health condition. Both of these young men taught us so much through the way that they lived their lives, and that's what I want to focus on. Terry Fox, he taught me determination and selflessness, and Tom taught me a lot too. That's what this presentation is all about. It's about the lessons that I learned from Tom's life that I want to share with you. Who was Tom? Well, Tom was like a lot of kids. He loved having fun with his friends and his family. He played guitar and he sang. He even wrote songs and performed them for people. He was a very active person. He played hockey, he went snowboarding, he played soccer, and he loved to go camping. Tom even camped in a tent in the mountains all by himself when he was 18 years old. Tom also loved adventure. This picture is of a time when he went to Thailand all by himself. The trip was supposed to be for 3 weeks, but Tom, he stayed there for 15 months. Whew, that was hard on this mama. This picture is of a time when he wrote "You're perfect" in English and Thai on some cardboard. He stood on a street corner and showed it to all the people who went by. This really demonstrated the special heart that Tom had. One of his main goals was to make people feel good about themselves. Tom had a very kind heart. It was this kind heart that we remember so well. I believe he showed it in 3 different ways. The first is one love. One love is something that Tom talked about to everyone he met. In fact, this lesson came from a very difficult journey. You see, when Tom was in school from grade 3 to grade 9, he was treated very poorly by many of his classmates. It was a very confusing time for him, and it was difficult for all of us to understand. You see, Tom was funny. He was creative. He was athletic. Why was he the target of these unkind words and actions? We will never know. We moved him to 3 different schools to help him, but kids seemed to still be so mean. It was very hard as his parents to watch. He finally found some peace when he went to Leduc Composite High School. It's a very big school. And he said that he finally found people who understood him and accepted him for who he was. When he was in grade 11, he wrote an essay about his experiences. He said that he was thankful for them. I was shocked. Why would you be thankful that your friends, so-called friends, treated you so poorly? He said that it made him see people in a new light, that everyone deserves love. Now, what Tom struggled with, and what so many others struggle with, was loving himself, truly looking in the mirror and saying these words: I am important. I am valued. I am special. I would love for you to repeat those with me. I am important. I am valued. I am special. You know, we tell people all the time to be kind to others. And yet, in order to be kind to others, we have to love ourselves first. We must start with us. So when you have a bad day, and trust me, we all have bad days, rather than saying mean things to yourself like, I'm so stupid, or No one will ever like me. Why would they? You can give yourself grace and say kind words to yourself. It takes practice and intentionality. Now, Tom learned the value of this, and he kept something he called an affirmation journal. In it, he would write sentences to build him up. He would say things like, today was hard, and I'm still trying. Or, I can do hard things. Or even, I'm not perfect, and I won't give up. Or lastly, and I love it, I can do this. Another tool that Tom used was mindfulness. Tom would use his breath and concepts like mindfulness, like this one here, the 5-finger breathing, to calm his mind when things were getting difficult. You know what? I use them myself. It took me a little while to learn the value of mindfulness, and I am so glad I did. This video teaches the 5-finger breathing technique. Do you know what? It's an excellent tool to help calm the thoughts of sadness, worry, anger, fear, and so many more big emotions. Let's try it together.
Hey kids! Today, we're going to learn a special breathing trick called 5-finger breathing. It will help us feel calm and relaxed whenever we need it. So, let's go. We'll use our hand to guide our breath. Let's all raise our left hand. Imagine you're tracing your thumb up as you breathe in slowly. And as you breathe out, imagine you're tracing your thumb back down. Well done! Now, let's move to the index finger. Breathe in as you trace up your index finger. And breathe out as you trace back down. Now, you can continue with the rest of the fingers. Going slowly and gently. And remember to breathe in when you trace up your fingers. And breathe out when you trace down.
Boys and girls, I really hope that you use that tool to help you when you're feeling big emotions. I remember I told a grade 2 student about this one time, and his parents called me a few weeks later and said, "Did you teach our son about using breathing techniques?" And I said, "Yeah, I think so. I do a lot of teaching." And they said, "Well, we were in a big store and we got separated and we were scared because we didn't know where our son was. And they called his name over the intercom and we found him. And instead of crying and being really sad, he was sitting there and he was practicing his breathing techniques. And that kept him calm. That made me so happy. It showed me that this tool really does work. The next lesson that Tom taught me was "You matter." This was such an important lesson for me to watch him live out. Tom truly felt that everyone he met mattered. It didn't matter what clothes you wore or what kind of vehicle you drove or what color your hair was. He would find something to compliment. He truly felt that everyone deserves to be seen. Tom saw people all deserving a smile, a kind word, and attention. I remember one time he told me a story of when he was in Thailand. He was at an event and he saw a bunch of ladies sitting and looking sad while everyone else was having a great time. He went outside and he bought a whole bouquet of flowers and gave one to each of the ladies. And as he gave it to them, he said, "You are special." And he said it in Thai, just to see a smile on their faces. He was unafraid to be himself. He would talk to people that others would avoid. He once went up to a man in a very expensive car and he told him, "Hey man, you must have worked really hard to have such a nice car." The guy just beamed. And later, he saw a homeless fellow and he told him, "Hey man, I like your sweater." The same type of voice, the same compliment. And he got the same response. Everyone truly deserves to be seen. The third concept that was important was connection. Connection was something that was very important to Tom. We live in a world where we can instantly talk, text, or video call someone, and yet we still seem to be very disconnected. There are a lot of lonely people all around us. While it might feel scary to reach out to someone, Tom showed me the power of a smile and saying hi. So many of your classmates are like these kids in these pictures, very disconnected. They sit alone and they feel invisible. This reminds me of the story, The Invisible Boy. It's a gentle story that teaches how small acts of kindness can help all of us feel included. The author's name is Trudy Ludwig, and the illustrator is Patrice Barton. And it shows us that a simple act of kindness can transform an invisible boy into a friend. The story begins with Brian, and while all the other characters in the story are drawn with color, he is just in black and white. He has no color, and that's because he's not seen in his class. He's there, but nobody acknowledges him. He's the last one to be picked. He isn't talked to, and he truly feels invisible. That's until a new student comes, and the new student smiles and connects with Brian. And it's so neat how the illustrator of the book starts to give Brian color. You'll have to read the book to find out what happens. I think that's how Tom felt in school. And that is why Tom felt it was so important to truly see people. Tom made an effort to connect with those that the world just seems to say are unimportant. I tried to do that every day too. I encourage you, like Tom, be brave and say hi. I encourage you to find ways to reach out to the people all around you. Start with a smile and then do something that invites them to connect. One thing that Tom loved to do is play hacky sack. I don't know if you've ever seen hacky sacks, but he'd start to do it by himself because he always carried one with him. And then he'd see somebody watching him. So what did he do? He'd smile and invite them to join. And before we knew it, Tom would have a small group of new friends all laughing together and connecting. You know what? It just takes a smile. I want to share this video. It's all about what Tom would have done. It's based in Thailand, and so it's cool since Tom really loved his time there. In the story, they speak Thai, so I will explain what is happening and read the English subtitles. I hope you see the value of being someone's hero, too. Hi, plant. Need help, he says. Oh, the dog begging. Oh, don't do that. Oh, back in this country, they have to pay for education, and this says for education. He gives what he can. He's like, oh, waste of money.
เขาจะได้อะไร
Or
ถ้าเขาทำแบบนี้ทุกวัน
what does he get in return for doing this every day? That's what you look good. Oh, Auntie Lady. There you are. Oh, there's more money. Oh, don't do it. But he does. It's hard to ask, and he gave willingly. Neighbor.
เขาจะไม่ได้อะไรเลย
He gets nothing.
ไม่ได้รวยขึ้น
He won't be richer.
ไม่ได้ออกทีวี
Won't appear on TV.
ไม่มีใครรู้จัก
Still anonymous.
ไม่ได้มีชื่อเสียงที่มากขึ้น
And not a bit more famous. He hear from your friend. Oh dear. Where is she? Mom. She's going to school. His actions have changed a life.
เพราะสิ่งที่เขาได้
But he does
คือได้แค่
receive our emotions.
ความรู้สึก ได้เห็นความสุข
He witnesses happiness,
ได้เข้าใจ
reaches a deeper understanding,
ได้ความรัก
feels the love.
ได้ในสิ่งที่เงินซื้อไม่ได้
What money can't buy.
ได้โลกที่สวยงาม
The
กว่าเดิม
world made more beautiful. Here's the says, oh my
ใน
goodness.
ชีวิตคุณ
And in your
อะ
life,
ไรคือสิ่งที่คุณต้องการมา
what
กที่
is
สุด
it that you desire most? I know when it comes to Tom, what he desired most was to help people, to show kindness. And I really hope that you will remember these 3 words: one love, you matter, and let's reconnect. I want to share with you a fun way to remember those words. This is a short song that I co-wrote with my brother and the music teacher at Rabina Baker Elementary School. This is the school where Tom's nephew and my grandson attend. My grandson and his classmates sing along with Mr. Scott. I hope you will join in once you see how easy it is. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation.
1, 2, 3, 4. One love, you matter. Let's reconnect, 'cause we're all in this together. One love, you matter. Let's reconnect, 'cause we're all in this together. One love. The sound of the birds in the trees. It's like singing a beautiful lullaby to me. You'll notice the smiles from the people you see. It's like we're all one
Repeat the actions.
family.
One love is like this.
One love,
And then point
you
to someone.
matter. Let's
And then
reconnect.
hook arm.
We're
Let's
all in this
reconnect.
together. One love, you matter. Let's reconnect, 'cause we're all in this together. One love,
Now let's echo.
one love, you matter. Let's reconnect, 'cause we're all in this together. One love, you matter. Let's reconnect, 'cause we're all in this together. One love, you matter. Let's reconnect, 'cause we're all in this together. One love, you matter. Let's reconnect, 'cause we're all in this together. One love.
Thank you to Mr. Scott and Rabina Baker Elementary School students for performing this song. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation about Tom's Walk. I trust that this will inspire you to be a little bit more kind to yourself and to those around you. Thanks again.